Titolo: Live like success is non-negotiable. They told you to chase your dreams, but they never told you what to do when the world doesn't move, when the door won't open, when the applause never comes, when the rent is due and the vision hasn't paid off yet. They told you to believe in yourself, but they never told you what to do when belief breaks under pressure, when the night drags on too long and you start questioning everything you were once sure of. But here's the truth. No one tells you. Success isn't something you chase. It's something you become. You don't want success. You decide it. You declare it. You live like it's non-negotiable. Not negotiable by doubt. Not negotiable by failure. Not negotiable by fear, fatigue, or the opinions of the weak-hearted. Because the ones who win in this world, the ones who carve their name into time itself, they made a decision long before the world ever noticed them. They made success a requirement, not a reward. It starts in the mind. It always has. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But let's not misinterpret that like some fluffy affirmation. This isn't about hoping, it's about harnessing. See, the mind is a forge, and belief is the hammer. Every thought you repeat is a strike against the raw iron of your destiny. And most people? They spend their entire lives forging chains. Chains of doubt, chains of comparison, chains of what if, and not enough, and maybe later. But not you, not anymore. Because when you live like success is non-negotiable, you become ruthless with your thoughts. You stop entertaining the noise. You stop lending your time to excuses wrapped in logic. You no longer take meetings with your fears. You walk into your mind like a warrior walks into a battlefield, not hoping for peace, but prepared for war. And here's the secret. The mind obeys the one who commands it. If you train it to expect mediocrity, it will deliver mediocrity. If you train it to demand excellence, to reject anything less than greatness, then that's exactly what it will begin building for you, piece by piece. The mind is the starting line. But belief? Belief is the fire that makes steel unbreakable. And belief isn't born in convenience. It's born in the dark, when nothing makes sense and the silence is deafening, and you still keep showing up. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Henry Ford was declared insane for thinking people would drive gas-powered vehicles. Abraham Lincoln lost elections, lost children, lost businesses, and still stood tall. Why? Because they believed past logic. They believed beyond circumstance. That kind of belief isn't gentle. It's violent in its refusal to back down. And that's the level we rise to. Not wishful, not hopeful, but convicted. You don't dip your toe into success. You dive in and burn the boats behind you. Because once you lock belief into place, the fog begins to clear. And when the fog clears, you see the vision. Not a dream, a vision, a clear picture of the life you demand. Down to the details, the texture, the temperature of the room. You can smell the victory. You can feel the weight of the keys in your hand. You can hear the voices congratulating you. Not someday, but now. The vision is not optional. It's your blueprint, your contract with your future. But here's where most people fall. They confuse clarity with comfort. They think just because they can see it, it should come easy. They think the universe owes them something for simply wanting. It doesn't. It doesn't care what you wish for. It responds to what you work for. And the ones who live like success is non-negotiable. They don't wait for certainty. They move with clarity, even if they're terrified. Because clarity doesn't mean no fear. Clarity means no more stalling. It's the reason Thomas Edison could fail 1,000 times and keep going. He wasn't guessing. He saw it. The light bulb existed in his mind long before the world ever saw it glow. That's the power of vision locked in by belief and lit on fire by conviction. But vision alone isn't enough, because the world doesn't move for the daydreamer. It moves for the disciplined. Discipline is the spine of success. It is the quiet commitment behind closed doors, the early morning reps, the extra hour of reading, the decision to do it, especially when no one is watching. Discipline is not punishment. It is precision. It's the reminder that your life is not built in inspiration. It's built in implementation. When others are sleeping, you are building. When others are scrolling, you are studying. When others are quitting, you are digging. Because you didn't come this far to flirt with greatness. You came to marry it. Discipline makes your actions louder than your excuses. It kills the voice that says, "I don't feel like it," and replaces it with, "I don't negotiate with weakness." That's the difference. The successful aren't